Babbel and Duolingo are two of the most well-known apps for language learning. In this video, we will get in the main differences and similarities between these two platforms. Keep watching if you want to find out which one is better. So let's start this comparison with lesson structure. So with Duolingo, it's a bit like as you go, you enter a restaurant like a McDonald's and you say, okay, today we like some adverbs, some colors and family names. It's a bit like, in my opinion, a bit messy. I would like more structure, like a journey. But of course you can unlock levels and go further, but it doesn't feel so right as a language learner or language teacher as I am. Babel I really like because it's well structured. At the beginning of each unit you know exactly what you are going to learn. This I really like. With Babel, because I think you have to pay, you can start wherever you want, whereas with Duolingo you have to unlock the chapters by passing a little test, which can be a bit stressful. Both apps have placement tests. And I don't know what happened, but I think I have quite a good level in Spanish once. I tried to take the placement test with Duolingo and ended up in chapter 2. So something wasn't right there. And the way like they wanted to make it like as you go as you want, maybe it's more like because they want to give a choice to the users. But if you really want to learn a language, I think you really should follow a structure like Babel does. So regarding lesson structure, I would go for Babel. Second thing I would like to compare is vocabulary and grammar. With Babel, you can learn up to 3,000 words per language in average. We can have some variation between 3,000 to 5,000 words. For example, if you learn French or Spanish, it can be 5,000 words if I remember well, but if it's a less famous language, less famous somehow, like Swedish, it will be 2,000 words in average. Duolingo, they say that you can learn up to 2,000 words maximum, around 2,000 words maximum. So with Babel, you will learn more vocabulary than with Duolingo. Regarding grammar, both have quite a similar approach, I would say, because you can really select the grammar point you want to study. For example, if you want to study past tense, preterite, something like this, you can, on Babel, you can select a lesson. They have a lot of lessons grammar, depending on the language you choose. In Duolingo, once again, you need to unlock the level you want to study. So for example, if you want to study preterite in Spanish, you will have to go to unit 3 or 4 of Duolingo. But with Babel, it's already unlocked. So they don't ask you to score points or have some experience with the app. You can start straight away, which I really like. What I like more with Duolingo, comparing to Babel, is the translation activities. I really like to translate. I think it's a very nice way to learn language. If you don't abuse it, it can be really nice, very useful. Babel doesn't really offer translation activities, so this is one good point for Duolingo. Regarding reviewing vocabulary and previous activities, Babel and Duolingo work almost in the same way, but it's organized differently. With Babel, it's free. You can really choose if you want to do it. No one forces you. I really like to have this liberty when I learn a language to review whenever I want. Duolingo is asking you to reach some level, up to level 5 per lesson. And once you reach a level 5, if you don't review, you will start to lose your level. And this, I think, can be a bit stressful, because if you practice for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, you can start to see the first level you learned decreasing. But why? Because if you are already in the unit 3, you're already reviewing what you learned before. So why stressing the people with this? I don't really understand that. Also with Duolingo, I must say I really like the trophy system. For me, I think it's very rewarding as like a player like me. I like to play video games, for example, so for me this is a good point, that to have trophies, because it creates a feeling of satisfaction when you complete an activity. On the other hand, if you don't like to be so stressed, maybe Duolingo is not made for you, because you will have, for example, to complete one activity with 3 lives, and if I understood well, there is like a new update and you have to wait one more day if you want to do the test again or the assignment again, unless you pay for a plan. So I don't really know, maybe they changed something like this. Duolingo can be a bit stressful and playing with your nerves sometimes, because if you don't make it, you have to try from scratch, even though you made only 3 mistakes out of 20, which is not a lot of chances, you know. Babel is more chilled, it will not push you to pass any test and will offer you the possibility to correct your own mistake. The possibility, they will not force you to correct your own mistake. I like this little difference. Once again, it's not about passing an exam, it's about having fun and learning. So we should never be forced for learning a language on our free time, you know. With Babbel you can study up to 14 languages, but be careful. For each language you have to pay a subscription. So it could be 9 euros, from 9 euros to 4 euros depending on what plan you choose. If you choose for 1 year, for example, you will pay 4 euros per month. Duolingo is for free and you can learn more than 30 languages. It's a lot, it's huge, especially if you speak English. I like the trophy system of Duolingo, but I also like the certificate system of Babel. At the end of each level on Babel you can download the certificate from A1 to B2, depending on what language you learn. Big minus for Babel, be careful, if you study Spanish or French, it's very complete. You have a lot of extra activities, vocabulary, grammar. You can go with the main core activities up to B2. But with Swedish, for example, you only finish at pre-intermediate, which is the beginning of B1 level. So you have less activities available if you choose a rarer language. So, keep this in mind. So in conclusion, I can say that I learned Spanish with Babbel in 7 months. A few years ago, using Babel 2 hours a day. It was very complete. I had a lot of activities, extra activities. I think I could reach at the end B1 level in understanding, at least. Of course, it's not enough to use an app, but I used it as my main core when I wanted to learn Spanish. 2 hours a day was enough to have a solid base before going to Spain. Then I went to Spain in Valencia, where I got a B2 level in a language school there. But I think Babel can really help you to have a solid base if you use it for 6 months on daily basis before you go to the country. Duolingo, I tried it twice in my life, and twice I gave up after 1 month. I wasn't really involved with their process because I think the path they offer is a bit too messy and can be also overwhelming, because you choose the topic you want to learn and then you have four lessons in each topic, and if you want to unlock a topic, the next chapter, you need to unlock one topic per 5 topics. Oh my god, too much for me. Duolingo can be really great if you want to take it like a video game, if you want to use it like you are playing FIFA or Fortnite when you are traveling to a country, or maybe before you have an exam you want to study on a very particular topic. Can be nice, but I'm not sure it's enough. Even though the community is great, they have a very solid community with a forum where you can exchange ideas, ask if you have problems. Babel doesn't have this, so this is a good point for Duolingo, I must say. If you really want to reach some kind of fluency in a language you are learning, the truth is you will not reach fluency with an app. but you will at least master the 4 skills to some extent, of course, because we don't really learn how to speak with an app, for example, but it's quite nice to have some basics, a solid and strong base. So I would say the winner of these 2 apps is Babel. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my video if you liked this chat. Like and share it. Do not hesitate to look at my previous video to learn how to learn languages on your own. And I hope this was helpful for you. See you. Bye.